Hello and welcome back to my channel eMaths, and today I'm back with a new video on sets. So we are going to discuss about what sets are. Sets are basically well defined objects. So by well defined object I mean that is something clearly defined. For example, if I say days in a week, months in a year, vowels in English alphabet, or I can even say natural numbers from 1 to 100 or prime numbers from 1 to 20. So when you know the range, that means you know the range and you can answer it very clearly. You are very clear with everything that okay, what I've been asked, I have to write that. If it is clear to you, you can of course find a set. Like for example, if you're in your class and I ask you to form a set of tall students. Now here comes a question mark, that what height is to be taken in tall, what height is to be taken as short. So but if I say uh, students taller than you, so now you can make out, okay fine, this is my height and I have to look for people who are taller than me. So you can simply write the names of those who are taller than you. So it has to be very well defined so that you can form sets. Now sets are like, we have different ways of writing sets, or you can say methods. One is roster method, second is descriptive method, third is set builder form. Also you need to remember that while naming a set, to name a set, use a capital letter, and elements when you will write, that will be in curly brackets first of all, and it will be in small letters if it is related to letters. Of course it will not always be letters, but if in case you are forming, like I say, vowels in English alphabets, so you will name that as any letter equals to curly bracket. Now the elements, that vowels which you will write, will be in small letters. That's what I mean when I say you to write the name in the capital letter and the elements will come in small letters separated by commas. So this is basically roster method. And for the same set, if I use for to write it in description method, description is self-explanatory. That means you have to describe the set. So simply write them again in curly brackets and you will write down vowels in English alphabet. So that will be description method. Third is set builder form. There you need to write in set builder form. It's important that again it will come in curly brackets. You can write that X is such that X is a vowel in English alphabet. This is how we write. Or if in case if it is for numbers and you know the range, like for example, so you have to write natural numbers from 1 to 10. So when you will write that for natural numbers, if you have to write that in set builder form, it will be X is such that X belongs to a natural number, and then you have to write the range, that from where it will start and where it will end. Suppose it is from 1 to 10, so that means your X is you can say smaller than equals to 10. So that means it's understood that you have to write all the natural numbers which are less than equals to 10. So that means it will have numbers from 1 to 10. It's important to read the sign clearly. If you are able to read the sign clearly, you can easily understand, okay, what do I need to write? It's smaller than equals to. Whenever this equals to is there, that means you have to include that number which is given to you. So this is how we write sets in different methods. Now coming on to various notations that we have in sets. So I'll tell you, this sign means belongs to. Wherever you see this sign, it means it belongs to. And it belongs to, it can be a natural number. Also you will be having some initials, like you have N, W, Z and Q. N stands for natural numbers, which I hope you all know Natural numbers are the counting numbers which always starts from 1. Whole numbers starts from 0. Z is for integers and Q is for rational numbers. Integers, of course, you have a bigger set of numbers which has both positive and negative numbers. Q is for rational numbers, which is the biggest of all these number system, which includes numbers in P by Q form as well. So these notations you will come across when you study sets. Now we have different types of sets. We have finite set, infinite set, disjoint, intersection, union. There are many terminologies which we need to remember so that when we are doing sets, at least we are aware of these terminologies and we can work on it. You'll also come across subsets, proper subsets, power set. There are many more things that we have in this. Then comes your cardinal number. Cardinal number is the number of elements present in a set. Like I wrote that set A, E, I, O, U. So number of elements, that means count the letters that are there in the set. That means five elements were there. And the way of writing a cardinal number is, you'll use this small n. Inside the bracket, whatever name you have given to your set, and then you will write the number of elements. Now this number will not come in the brackets because you are just writing the number of elements. So cardinal number is just the number of elements present in a set. I'll write the example so that you all remember. A is A, E, I, O, U. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your cardinal number is 5. Now last but not the least, I'll talk about subsets and proper subsets in this video, and then in my next video I'll come across with more things about sets. So I'll just write a random set here, A equals to 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to tell you that how you can form subsets and proper subsets out of it. Now, to find the number of subsets, you need to remember this formula, which is 2 to the power n. Here n stands for number of elements. So, and you know that the number of elements over here is 3. So that means it will be 2 to the power 3, which gives you an 8. That means if you have to form subsets out of it, you will form 8 subsets. And proper subset is always 1 less than the number of subsets. That means your formula will be 2 to the power n minus 1. Now first let me tell you what will be the subsets out of it. Always starts from an empty set. You can also draw this phi if you want to. Both represents empty set only. Then write each element separately in curly brackets. We have written each element separately. Next, you can make pairs out of it. 1, 2, 1, 3 and 2, 3. Last but not the least, while forming subsets, you will include this given set as well. And while forming proper subset, as I told you, it will be 1 less than the number of subset. So it will be 2 to the power n minus 1, that means 8 minus 1, that means 7. It will have 7 proper subsets, and now the question will be which one are we going to exclude while forming proper subsets. So this is the one which we will not include while forming proper subsets. We also have sign for writing subsets and proper subsets. For subsets we use this, and for proper subsets we use only this. This always means equals to. Equals to matlab we are including this thing in it, that's why we are using it. In this case we are not using the given set, that's why only this is there. You can see a rotated U kind of a thing. We cannot call it C because C is a little curve kind of a thing, but this you can call it as a rotated U. So if you put this equals to sign with this rotated U, it means subsets. If this equals to sign is missing, it means proper subsets. I hope these terminologies and explanation is clear to you. We'll meet you soon with the next video on sets. Have a good day and do subscribe my channel if you haven't. Have a good day. Bye-bye.